So Hot Takes, the hottest sports betting podcast on the planet.
I'm Sam.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Sean.
Welcome back to Not So Hot Takes. Fellas, week 14 is in the book. We're in week 15 now. I've got the clown nose on, very uncomfortable. Sean's got something in it, a bunch of hair or something. It's itchy.
I put itching powder in. It's a bigger punishment because you did worse than what I did.
Yeah.
It's got smelling salt in it.
Just what's the thing where you hold it in someone's face and they pass out?
Chloroform.
Yeah.
Chloroform, yeah, that's right. Anyways, we'll just get right into it. We got a lot to talk about, so I'll get into my week. Absolutely atrocious. We had 1 win, 1 push, and 5 losses. Let's steam through these.
Go.
Yeah, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, over 44. I mean, it went under. I thought it was going to go over. What else do you want me to fucking say?
The analysis.
Yeah.
This is why you tune in, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll get into it when we get into our picks this week. But Chicago +4, also my mortal lock of the week. They're on the list. I'm gonna have to tell Ben they're on the list. Caleb Williams on the list. Eberflus gone, and
he's still on the list.
Yeah, bro. The ghost of Eberflus past is still with that team. Titans -3.5. We probably watched the most boring game of all time.
Oh my god.
Titans Jacksonville. They just lost outright. I think the ending score was 10-6?
10-6.
Oh. New York Jets +6. They had pushed. Looked great the whole game until they let Miami, back into the game, and then they win in overtime. Seattle +2.5. There's the win. I thought they were going to win outright. Should have taken the money line, but it wouldn't have changed this week at all. Las Vegas, Tampa Bay over 46. That also sucked. Missed by about, I think, 4 points. It got close.
So many turnovers.
Yeah, it was just turnover city. Baker Mayfield loves turning the ball over. The Raiders suck. So, yeah, I should have seen that coming, as well as I should have seen the Giants Saints coming over 40.5. I thought it would be
points.
I thought it'd be 2 shit
points
teams with nothing to lose. Hey, let's try out some new stuff. Not, okay, let's just suck ass. But that's it. We had 1 win, 1 push, and 5 losses.
We move.
Yeah, it's roller coasters, but I will
ball on
apologize.
top.
Yeah, ball don't lie this week. Ball don't lie. But yeah, I haven't been the last 2 weeks. I hadn't researched, but we're back at it. We're back at it this week. It's time to get hot. Luke,
I went 3-2 this week. Titans -3.5. We already talked about that. Doug Peterson maybe not lost the locker room? ? Bears +3.5. I don't know. I don't know what to say with that. That was bad. Bills Rams over 49.5. I think that went over at halftime. Maybe. I mean, insane game. That was game of the week for sure. Panthers +12.5. One catch away from leaving the points at the door. One catch away from leaving, and one $3 million better out there somewhere being very unhappy.
Huh.
And then my final pick was also my lock of the week was Miami New York Jets over 45.5. Very good game. Very happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I'll go through mine. I also went 3-2 with a push in there as well. Start from the top. Minnesota -5.5. Atlanta's defense is awful. Like, good God. Sam Darnold, hooping. That's really all. That's really the whole explanation of that game. Next up, Giants +5.5. Ugliest bet of the week. It hit. It didn't make me that happy out. Really, that's all there is to it. Honestly, thank God the Saints blocked that field goal at the end, because if that game went to overtime, I guarantee the Saints probably would have scored a touchdown to win, and it would not have hit. So, shout out to Brian Brzee jumping over the line. That was fucking sick. Next, I had the under 44 in Cleveland, Pittsburgh. It was a good week to fade Sam. Little bit of contrarian angle there. That's the word. I was trying to think of it last week, and I thought of it 2 days after the podcast. Contrarian is what I was trying to think of. So if you listened to last
vocabulary
week.
word of the week.
Yeah, there you go. There's Hawk's vocab of the week. Next up, Miami -6. It pushed by a miracle. The Jets, they just find ways to lose games. That's really all there is to it. Yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, that's a lot of wins and pushes so far. Let's get to the losses. Arizona -2.5.
Not a great game to fade, Sam.
Not a great. Yeah, somehow I went 1-1 fading Sam, even though he was 1-5 this week. So that's
expert pick.
It's not
Sharp
great.
money.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll give you that one. And then last, my mortal lock of the week was Kansas City minus 3.5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They almost let the Chargers come all the way back without anyone on offense. Literally anyone. So, besides Justin Herbert. I don't know. Kansas City, devil magic. And they still won, of course, just to rub it in, man. They couldn't have lost outright. They had to still win. So, congrats to them, I guess.
Well, let's move into this week. Okay, huge game on Thursday. The Rams are going into San Fran, and I don't understand this line. The Rams just played one of the best teams in football and beat them in an absolute shootout. And we expect San Fran to come in and beat them. Look, San Fran beat a dysfunctional Bears team who I thought would have something to play for after their coach got fired, but apparently they didn't. This game might be just as bad. Okay, San Fran's riding high, beating the shitty Bears. Rams are hot and they need to keep winning. The Rams are also healthy. They're kind of scary when they're healthy, especially their offense. I'm taking Rams +3 every single day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Yeah, Rams are going to get freaky in the postseason for sure if they get back there. There will be Eagles might have to watch out for them. We'll see. So I didn't like either of these lines, but it's kind of goofy. I think a lot of the money's going to go towards the Rams this week, but I also could be completely wrong. But I took the over 49.5. Primetime overs haven't really been much of a theme for Thursday night, and so 49.5 seems like kind of like, I know it's goofy and divisional and everything else, but I think that the overs, Puka's on fire. Kittle had a good week last week. I think they've kind of found a way to flow their offense through him without going through Debo, who's kind of having a bad year. Also, I think Debo's fat, ? Looks like he's put on some weight this season, moving a little slow, but yeah, I'm going to take the over in this game.
Yeah, I saw like 8 TikTok edits with him with that washed anthem. So
Yeah.
it might be over.
Did you see the fact checkers on Twitter? Debo said,
Yeah.
he goes, I'm not struggling. I just don't get the ball. And the fact checker said, you lead the team in drops. You are struggling.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
are
I did see that. I lean San Francisco here. If it was still at 2.5, I didn't get the 2.5. I would have taken the 2.5. But now that it's at 3, I don't love it. I lean San Francisco here, though. The Rams, I know they just beat the Bills, but let's be honest, they gave up 42 points, and Josh Allen played a flawless game. They couldn't stop him at all. And Buffalo's defense, I don't know. That was a very Rams spot. I wish I took the Rams last week. Obviously, hindsight's 2020, but I wish that was a very Rams spot last week. So it feels like this is very much not a Rams spot going on the road. And it feels like LA goes off on offense every time they play at home. Even when they lost to Philly, the offense wasn't really the problem. It was just they couldn't stop the run game. I know San Francisco's entire running back room is dead. Like the entire one. Even my Pookie Isaac Garendo. Get well soon. So I lean San Francisco, but I don't love it at the 3. I'll leave it at that.
All right. We'll steam through these. We got a lot.
Yeah.
But Baltimore Ravens are going to New York. I'll just give you the spread. 16.5. Minus 16.5 Ravens. I'll just keep it short and sweet. The only thing I am eyeing up is the over. I think the Giants will get a couple spot yards, on a bad secondary, they'll get a couple chunk yards, maybe a couple field goals. I think Baltimore might score like 40 points.
Yeah, I took the under 43.5. I think the Giants are going to score more than 10 points in this game, and I'm hoping Baltimore kind of gets a sizable lead and keeps the ball on the ground, let that clock chew. But I don't see them scoring 30 points this game, but again, I could be completely wrong. It just seems kind of a goofy spot. But I'm leaning, and I did pick the
16.5 point spread, and the over/unders at 43.5.
Insane.
Like we're gonna take it way back to probably episode 5, and Luke was like, "Oh, if the Panthers keep struggling, we might start seeing some college spreads." Here we are, and it's the Giants.
Yeah.
Wow, really, that quote by you, Luke, has been living in my head rent free. I've been waiting for it, and it finally came true. It's too many points for me to click the button, but I damn sure I'm not hitting the New York Giants button. That's all I'll say. I'm staying away.
I know it opened at 13.5, so it's jumped up.
Yeah, I
30
would have.
points.
I would have liked it at 13. I mean, they're coming out of their bye. The Giants are awful. Last game they played was that tough loss to Philly. They're probably motivated to come out and beat the living hell out of somebody, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Giants are ripe for the beating. That's all.
Unfortunately,
That's all I'll
yeah.
say. I
Yeah.
lean Baltimore, I guess, but it's a lot of. I might take it just to say I took a 16.5 point spread in the NFL.
Might have to. It's defied all odds this year. I mean, the Lions have done it
Yeah, the
twice.
Giants are just going to win outright.
Anyways, let's move into it. Commanders at the Saints. -7.5 for the Commanders on the road. A rookie quarterback is insane. Over under 43.5. I don't know. I stayed away from this, but I will give you a lean. I was leaning the over in this one. Excuse me, no, not the over. I was leaning Washington -7.5. New Orleans has a lot of injuries. Washington is back to scoring. They have 25 plus points scored in the last 4 or 5. Rookie quarterback on the road, 7.5, half a point more than a touchdown is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would look at Washington's team total. If it's at like 24.5, I would take that.
Yeah, I took Washington -7. I would probably still take the 7.5. Do either of you know who's running quarterback for New Orleans this week? Because I do.
It's Hainer or Rattler.
It's Ben DiNucci.
He's not. He's not starting.
Yeah, I mean,
No way.
The reports are pointing to Nucci this week. So the under is how I would lean, but I did take Washington -7. So, dude, I'm telling you, the Saints are going to score 3 points. So they're going to have to They're going to have to move the ball through Kamara, and they're just going to key in on that run defense. And Washington's got a good run defense. So
Ben DiNucci. That's crazy. You signed him off the street, 2 days ago? That's
yeah.
whew. I lean the over, to be honest. I think Washington's going to put up a lot of points. They're coming off their bye. Last game they played was that loss to Dallas, right? I think that's their last game. And that was a bad loss. So they're trying to just stay alive with the NFC going absolutely buck wild every single week. So I think they're going to come out hot and score a lot of points. I don't really care who plays quarterback for New Orleans. Like, I know, Ben DiNucci I might care a little bit because he won't know. It's going to be screen pass. Look, the offense is going to run through Kamara no matter who's at quarterback. Let's be honest here. And the Saints have a good run game. I don't understand how it's physically possible, considering everyone and their mom knows that the offense is running through Kamara, but they move the ball kind of. So I lean the over, but I haven't touched it yet. This game is still really gross. I don't like either really side. Maybe tease Washington down because I don't really see them losing this game. But
yeah, I was actually looking at them for a teaser. But to move on, this is one of my favorites of the week. Kansas City at Cleveland Browns. This is a Cleveland spot. They just lost to a division rival. They're coming back. All they want to do is beat the Chiefs. They're not making playoffs. This is their Super Bowl. Kansas City just beat a division rival. They clinched the division and has 2 games on Bills and Steelers. They're looking right over Cleveland. It's the biggest letdown spot of this week. Kansas City hasn't cleared a spread in 7 straight games, and Jameis Winston we trust. Cleveland +4. I'm taking it, and I mean I wouldn't be surprised if Jameis comes out and has a legacy game and beats the Chiefs. It's the biggest letdown spot.
Yeah, I'm not betting anything in this game. I don't know. I don't know how to bet this one, in all honesty.
Sam, I completely agree with you, man. Honestly, I took him at 4.5.
Love it.
I think an underrated spot that we don't really want to talk about, and I don't really want to say it because I know it'll probably flip right on my head. I'll look like an idiot. Kansas City's defense, not great.
No. Chargers offense isn't great either.
Chargers offense was ripped to shreds with injuries.
Uh-huh.
Every week the Kansas City defense doesn't look that good. I mean, we talk about, Mahomes isn't playing that well. That's why they're not covering these spreads. The defense is letting them down a little bit. And I think that Jameis is just going to yuck everywhere. And
Lord's delivering against the Black Magic this week. This is the greater good we're talking about.
Look, they're going to lose. They're either going to lose by 30 or they're going to lose by 1 or they're going to win this game outright. I don't really see it. And let's be honest. Well, I didn't say 2.
Oh,
I just said those are the only outcomes. And let's be honest, when's the last time you've seen the Chiefs beat anyone by 30?
Never.
Browns +4.5.
Love it. I love it. Let's move on.
I hate it, but
No, I love it.
They are banned, but I'm going against the ban, and that usually doesn't work out for me.
We'll be all right. In Jameis, we trust.
I don't know about all that.
Moving right into the next game, Bengals are in Tennessee, and in Burrow we trust. Give me Cincinnati -5. Cincinnati always scores. Jamar Chase is on an absolute run right now. Tennessee's looked awful. Tennessee played Jacksonville, one of the worst defenses in the league. Excuse me, one of the worst defenses in the league,
Big reason why you got that on.
and
right now.
scored 6. Yeah, I know. How do you score 6 points against Jacksonville? One of the worst defenses in the league. One of the worst pass defenses. One of the worst one-on-one coverage defenses. And you lose 10-6? Your offense was supposed to shine that game. I'm slamming Cincinnati -5. Slamming.
Yeah, I took Bengals -4.5. My only comment is Titans are so ass. The only thing that scares me is Titans still do have a really good rated pass defense. They're keeping teams low, so if I would look anything, I'd look towards the under as well. But, I think Jamar Chase is playing out of his mind. T. Higgins is a great accessory wide receiver to go if they decided I'm going to double Jamar or do whatever else. Gesicki's had a good little season so far. Nothing crazy, but they have some options. Chase Brown looks like an elite running back right now. So
He's hooping.
he's a baller.
You guys know I'm not betting
Oh,
anything in this game, obviously. Yeah, threesome on the Bengals. That's definitely what I want. No,
Do they still have a chance right now?
Yeah, they're still alive.
Need a lot of help.
They
Need like Indy to lose 2 of their last whatever.
Very possible.
Miami to lose 2 of their last whatever, and they obviously need to win out, and then they need Denver to lose like. There's something very specific that needs to
They
happen.
need all 3 of those things to happen.
I don't know the exact scenario, but it's not dead, but it's not. Look, they lost. If they don't make the playoffs, they lost it themselves. I'll be honest. Weird stat alert. Here it is. Weird stat alert.
Oh boy.
The Bengals on the road this year are 6-1 against the spread.
Electric. That'd be 7-1.
Huh? That's all I'll say. I guess I'll give my little spiel about the Bengals real quick. It won't be long. It won't be long because every game is exactly the same. Jamar Chase, just give him the blank check, man. Like, good God. Also, T. Higgins just dropped his agent, the agent that never sets up extensions with the Bengals. So he's getting a new agent.
Yeah, to get him a good
Don't
deal
stop the
with
presses.
Sorry.
No. If he wanted a good deal with another team, he would. I won't get into it. That's too deep. Chase Brown, Hooper. Defense, shout out to Marco Wilson, man. Came off the street, the shoe-throwing god. Came in and actually played pretty deep. Might have had one of the better games by a cornerback on the Bengals all year, and he came off the street like 3 days ago. Shout out to you. Wore Jackie Robinson's number. Never seen a cornerback wear number 42, but he did it, and he was hooping. So shout out to him.
Shout out Joe Burrow for buying a Batmobile and plowing Olivia Ponton. Congratulations.
Is that all you got on the Bengals? Did Luke ruin it?
I'm done. Yeah, we can move.
All right, Luke ruined it. Weirdo. All right, Miami, the Dolphins are going into Houston, +-3. And I'll tell you one thing: I'm a little skeptical of this line just because Miami is Miami, but they've been scoring a lot of points recently. I mean, they had 32 last game, 32-17, 34-34, 23-27. Houston's defense allowed Jacksonville, yes, the Jaguars, who just scored 10 points, allowed them to score 20. Houston allowed 32 to the Titans, who, yes, just lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston kept one team under 20 points all year. Okay? Both offenses are going to score over 20 points this game. They're both good offenses. I'm taking the over 47, and I'm also taking Miami +3. Got 2 picks in that.
Yeah, I'm going to ride Miami +2.5 with you. Houston's offense is a little bit clunky right now, still not figuring a ton of things out. Miami, again, is kind of in the same spot as Cincinnati, where they got to win out. Hungry dog runs faster, a little bit sit spot here. It's still starting to click. They're playing indoors. Don't worry about weather. And McDaniel's going to have them aired out. So I think this is a consideration for mine for dog of the week, but I did not pick them. But either way, I think that they can take this game.
So I have considerations in this. Accusations. This won't be my lock of the week. I have 2 picks in this game, and I'm fading both of you. I have Houston -2.5, and I took the under 47. Houston's coming off their bye. Their offense has been god awful for like 3 weeks, maybe even longer. I feel like if they come out and do the exact same thing, I'm probably going to lose at least one of these bets. I'll tell you that. But I feel like they have to come out with a different game plan or something. I don't know what it is. I just pray to God they change something up. I think they'll be motivated because they've looked awful. They're at home. They're coming off their bye. Last time we saw them, what happened? Last time we saw them, they beat Jacksonville by 3, and the game before that, they lost to Tennessee. If you're not motivated at that spot, I don't know what you. I don't know when you will be. Next up, Miami. They're always a little. I know it's not a cold weather game. If it was a cold weather game, I'd put my life savings on it. But they don't look as good on the road on offense, kind of ever. And I love Miami unders. This is probably like the 8th Miami under I've taken this year. Houston's defense has been playing very well. The underlying metrics have been saying they've been playing very well for a while. And Miami's defense, I've been saying it all year, is still underrated. I think 47 is too high, honestly, because you get the 43 key number, you get the 44 key number, you get the 47 key number. Yeah, that's really all I got. I'll just stick with that. So sorry for fading you, but
You're good. I don't know. This week's looking up. We're due.
oh shit.
The New York Jets are flying in to
Ugh.
Jacksonville. The Jets are favored by 3 points. It was 3.5 just an hour ago. So that money might be coming in on the Jacksonville
It's
side.
down to 3.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted to take it. I pushed with them last week. I mean, odds are they win by a field goal and I push again this week. I'm not taking it. I have 3 notes here. Sean, what did they say?
They say WTF, no idea, nope.
Yeah, not touching it. Jets might be banned for the rest of my life, to be honest with you. Luke, give me something. I mean, over/under is 40.5.
No,
I don't have anything in this game. I don't have anything in this game because I feel like the Jets just lost their Super Bowl and the Jacksonville just won their Super Bowl. So I lean Jags plus 3.5, but I don't have anything on the books.
That was like a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. It was ass.
Just go to the next game.
Okay.
All right, that's our last 1:00 game, fellas.
No, it's not. Dallas Cowboys
Yeah.
are going into Carolina.
Oh, I'm retarded.
to
I
play
thought we
the,
talked
yes,
about
you
this
are.
already.
We don't use that word anymore, though. Dallas Cowboys are catching 3 points. I mean, call me crazy. I'm leaning Panthers -3. I mean, call me crazy, but why not? They're playing great football. They're playing against great teams. I mean, I know they scored 16 against the Eagles, but the Eagles have been shutting everybody down. They only allowed 19 to the Ravens. Am I crazy if I would want to lean -3 Panthers? I don't know. I'm going to turn it to you, Luke.
I have the over 42.5 in this game. The under kind of feels like the trap play here because it's kind of like a shitty Cowboys team and like a somewhat up and coming Panthers team. I think the Panthers are a lot more legit than what they show. Obviously, you know they haven't really won any of these games. They've kept close, but like they kept it close to the Chiefs team. They arguably should have won that game. Went to overtime against the Bucs, which now lead in the South. Lost to the NFC number 2 team right now by what was it? 2? What was the final point?
Probably should have
What
won.
was it? Yeah, arguably should have won. It's by 6. I mean, lost by 6. So you know, I think their offense is gonna fire. I think that connection between Bryce Young and Xavier Leggett's a real problem. They've got a groove going, and I don't think there's anybody on Dallas that's gonna stop that. And
I think
Chuba Hubbard's
Thielen might be the
is-
better connection right now too. They're hooping with Thielen, and he's like
Yeah.
80 years old.
Yeah.
I took Carolina money line when it was a little lower. I got it at -130, so I paid a little bit of juice, but I think it moved up to like -145 everywhere.
148.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean Carolina's just playing better football right now. Let's be honest. Cooper Rush looks terrible, man. Like he's just bad. I'm sorry. Like I know I said the Bengals defense looked better, but like Cooper Rush is just bad at quarterback. Yeah, and Carolina's just I think they're motivated. I think they love that they see Bryce Young is playing better football. He's actually having fun. Their wide receivers are playing pretty well. They've always had their offensive line has not been terrible. Even when they were playing terrible football, their offensive line was not necessarily like bottom of the barrel levels like the rest of their team.
Well, it's not the worst part of their. It's not the worst part.
Exactly.
Of their
Like there's a little bit of talent there, so they'll be able to protect decently against the Dallas pass rush, and that's really where Dallas's defense lives off of is their pass rush. If they're not going to be able to get to the quarterback, they're cooked. especially when they just lost Overshone because he tore like literally everything in his knee. Prayers up to that guy. I'm sorry. But yeah, give me Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Moving into
Go on.
before our favorite. It's now our favorite segment.
Time.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Pretty good.
There is a big gap,
All right.
huge gap between the lowest and the most expensive ticket. I believe we have the newest, most expensive ticket of the season,
Whoa.
if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Jim.
oh, I don't know, Jim.
I don't know either.
There's
Shout out
two.
Brady.
It's one of two.
It's 1 and 2.
What
Well,
do
we
do?
go
How many-
lowest first.
Yeah,
We
we
go
do
lowest
cheapest
first.
first.
I mean, I don't know, 'cause now they're- give me Jacksonville, New York Jets.
Hawk, do you have a pick?
All right, that makes me feel like you got it right. I'll go. To be different, I'll go Carolina, Dallas.
It is not. It is in fact the Jets at Jacksonville.
yeah.
Nice.
$18. The second most cheap. The second cheapest is Cincinnati at Tennessee for $19.
Huh?
In Nashville, damn, we're at.
And Nashville, $19.
I think the Titans are ass, buddy.
Yeah,
no one's
well,
going to
The
that
one,
game.
the Dallas at Carolina is $67.
Oh, wow.
No, so Carolina's always going to be. I guess. Oh, Dallas, the
Dallas.
fan base is going to travel. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah, they watch their team even though they're shit.
Yeah. All right, you pick one of them, and I'm just going to pick the other one.
Okay. The Battle of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Link.
It is not.
And then it's Detroit, Buffalo.
It is Detroit Buffalo. Does anybody have a guess for what this is? Most expensive ticket?
$313.
No, 284.
$340.
Woo!
Cheapest ticket.
The cheapest?
Damn.
The cheapest ticket for the Philly game is $243.
Wow.
Damn.
$100 difference.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
wild.
God.
That's wild.
That's insane. Well, that was quick.
I mean, we're looking at a potential Super Bowl matchup in Detroit, so
Yeah.
yeah,
gotta pay
honestly.
Super Bowl prices.
Well, let's move right into that battle for Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh
Oh, Whittaway.
Little later,
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh
Whittaway.
Steelers suck.
The Whittaway
Um,
Keystone game.
The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Give me the Birds. I took them -5. Never bet on your own team, says who. Every time I bet on them, I hit. They're going to annihilate the Steelers. They're going to control a run game. We're going to fix the little bit of passing hiccup we had. By the way, I want to put out there, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts are fine. The old veteran who is hurt in his last season ever decided to just misspoke. I don't know why, but we're taking the Birds. We're taking the Birds. They're going to shut down Russell Wilson. Won't be a problem. They'll shut down Justin Fields if he comes in the game for some stupid RPO. It's Jover. I was leaning the over too.
Bro, I can't wait to watch George Pickens just fucking pick up Darius Slay and throw him on the ground because that's
Sure.
what he's gonna do. Steelers plus
Who?
5.5.
Pickens?
Yeah. Go.
Wow.
Steelers plus 5.5. I think Steelers are legit. Eagles struggled last week. A little bit. Hurts kind of seems to be taking a step back over the last 2 weeks. So Eagles are also, like you pointed out, a bunch of lies and stuff. I mean, there's still a direct quote from AJ Brown saying that we have a passing problem. So
He said pass
Eagles-
attack. He cleared it up today.
I mean,
Seems like he's always
Who-
clearing something up.
boo-hoo. Yeah, I think that Steelers have a lot of offensive weapons that are going to take advantage of Darius Slay and Bradbury and everybody else this week. So it's gonna be a fun little game. I think the Steelers are gonna at least keep it close. Najee Harris is gonna have to find a way to run that ball. They're gonna have to find a way through T.J. Watt to kind of keep Jalen Hurts in front of him and try to limit Saquon's activity a little bit.
There a lot of uncertainty for me, especially with not knowing if Pickens is going to play. Because if Pickens doesn't play, it's cooked. They're going to get steamrolled because you can't lean on Calvin Austin to win you a game like this. I'm sorry,
Mike Williams.
I don't want to rely on that guy either. I'll be honest. Weird stat alert. Ooh, sound the alarm. The Eagles at home against the spread this year. Can you guess?
Probably not good.
1-4.
Yeah.
1-4. But I lean Eagles here, honestly. But I have too much disdain for both of these organizations.
All right.
I was at the last Steelers Eagles matchup. I don't remember any of it, but I
No,
was there.
we'll drop the
I was
picture
physically
in
the
memory.
stadium.
Yeah.
I was physically in the stadium. The only thing that I remember from that game is watching AJ Brown catch that touchdown and then point at the receivers on the ground. That's the only thing I remember witnessing, and then everything else was I think I slept through.
All right. Well, Luke is an alcoholic. Moving on. The Colts are going into Denver.
Shout out Tyler War, Ronnie War, Steve Bird.
Moving on. Indianapolis Colts are in Denver facing the Broncos. I don't have anything for this game. I'll say it outright. I think Denver -4 might be the right side here. I don't know, but I'm going to stay off it just so we can watch our precious Bo Nix play well.
I don't have anything either. This is the not so hot take Super Bowl. This is the battle of Anthony Richardson and Bo Nix. This is like what we've been waiting for all season.
It really is.
I'm not gonna. I don't have anything to bet in this game. I don't really. It seems like a spot that the Colts could cover, but at the same time, I think I'm a believer, so I want to believe that they won't.
It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Yeah, my mortal's in this game.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
And it's ugly. That's all.
All right, so it's Colts +4.
You don't know. You say this every week, and I think you've been wrong.
You
Every
never
week.
guess it.
You're always wrong.
Let's
Never get it right.
we'll move on then.
Literally.
We literally got the Bills going into Detroit. Wholly over 54.5.
Oh my god.
I'm not scared. I'm taking the over 54.5. Here's why. Number 1 and number 2 scoring offenses in NFL. They're in a dome with perfect weather. Rams
Dome.
showed us a way to pick apart the Bills' defense a little bit. You know the Lions are going to expose that. The Bills put up 21 points alone in the fourth quarter. This is going to be the game of the year. I'm taking the over. This game's going to go crazy.
The over kind of feels like a trap a little bit. I think for whatever reason, I feel like it's a trap, but I think both of these defenses are really getting set up. I don't have a pick in this game. I liked it more or less at 1.5, kind of going Detroit -1.5. But again, I just don't know. I'm excited to watch this game. I'm like, this is going to be game of the week potentially, or it could just be a blowout, but I doubt it will be. I lean the under.
Yeah, it's moved down too. That's the crazy. I think it opened at 55.
Yeah, nuts.
I saw it at 52 at one point, and then I saw it at 53.5 today. I hadn't seen 54.5.
Let me see. Oh, sorry. It opened at like 51, and it steamed all the way. It got to 55, and they bought it back down, which
Is insane.
is insane. I'm sitting here waiting for 3. If it gets to 3, I'm hopping on Buffalo here. I think Detroit. Oh, dude, I don't want to fade them again because like, I think I've faded them more than like anybody on the planet, and everybody else on the planet is winning money, and I'm not.
With double-digit spreads, too.
Yeah, well, Houston covered that one Sunday night game. They blew a 80,000 point lead, but they still covered 3.5. I don't know. It feels like obviously it's not a get right spot for Buffalo because playing the Lions is not a get right spot. But Detroit, the last 3 games, have they impressed? No. Have they gutted out wins? Yes. I think that this is probably the best team that they've played. Buffalo's defense has to play better than last week. I'm sorry. It's impossible to play worse. This isn't a Buffalo team that's like giving up 40 points and then they go and they give up 6 and then they give up 30. Like their defense has been good. And then last week was such a letdown spot. I don't know if it's because they clinched that division. I don't know if it's because the week before was that Sunday night game in the frigid cold snow and they weren't ready to go play in regular weather. But it felt like a letdown spot, which is also why I'm still mad that I didn't take the Rams in that game. But yeah, I lean Buffalo. I'd love to get 3, but I might still take it at 2.5. But it is inching towards 3. If it gets over 3, I'm probably gonna hop on there.
All right. Well, let's move on. Tampa Bay is going to Los Angeles. Face the Chargers. It is a really. This is my ugly one.
Oh no.
What?
I don't know. No matter what you say, it's gonna sound gross.
Yeah, it's gonna sound gross. I took LA money line when it was at 2.5. It was minus 142. Not great value, but I don't trust the spread. I think their defense is going to win them this game, especially how much Baker throws interceptions and just completely has no regard for the ball. Um, Tampa Bay struggled in their last two games. They killed the New York Giants. Yeah, okay, but they played the Raiders and Panthers and should have lost both. Honestly, they should have been 1-2 in that 3 game stretch. Tampa Bay's also hurt. Them putting up big numbers is really deceiving. The offense, like, it doesn't really pass the eye test for me. It looks very, very dysfunctional. Besides Baltimore and Cincinnati, nobody has scored more than 20 points against the Chargers. I think Chargers money line here it might be a sweat, but I think it's a good one. I would also look at the under, to be honest. I think Baker's going to run into too many turnovers where he can't even move the ball down.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade you here. I got Tampa +3. I think Tampa is somewhat legit. They took the lead in the South this week. I mean, I had said 4 weeks ago that what they're gonna take, they're gonna end up taking the South. I called it at the beginning of the year that they were gonna win the South. Even with Bucky Irving out, they were still able to facilitate the ball really well through Rashad White. So I'm not really too nervous about that there. Chargers, I think, are gonna start hitting that point of like where we were like, oh, Chargers are legit, and then they're not so legit.
They start charging.
I know, yeah, they're gonna start their typical end of the year sputter here. Even with Harbaugh, I mean, it's a learning curve too. But yeah, I'm taking Tampa Bay +3 here.
There's too much injury questions for me here. I can't get a read. This is one of those where I can't. I was gonna unload on Tampa Bay, to be honest, but then now that Winfield's out for multiple weeks, I just can't, because who is gonna stop any sort of pass game, especially if McConkey plays. I just don't. But I also have been wanting to fade. I thought last week was the perfect spot to fade the Chargers, but the Chiefs they just hate money. They hate money. So it's two teams that I really don't want to back right now. So I'm probably gonna end up staying away.
Fair. I mean, fair enough. I'll tell you one game I'm going to stay far away from. It's a Patriots-Cardinals game. Cardinals are favored by 6. I think that's the right side, though. I think New England's season is just way over. It's over. But I don't know. I'm not touching this Arizona team. I mean, another letdown against the Seahawks. Telling you, COD came out, and this guy can't throw a pass anymore. I told you.
I'll touch it. I'll touch all of it. I got Patriots +5.5. I wish I got it at +6, but I took it early.
Just double down on it.
I mean, I think the Pats are looking better, and it's and the fun in Arizona is kind of over for the season. It was nice while it lasted. Kyler's not playing well. I think if the Patriots can stop James Conner, then they're going to be able to somewhat keep it close. Yeah, I think Patriots are a team. If you could put them in a category, it'd be like ass, but a fun quarterback.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself. Ass, but a fun quarterback. Shout out Drake May. He's a hooper. I have gone so back and forth on this game. I don't have that much. I'll keep it quick because I don't have a pick. But I do want to say this is the stoppable force versus the movable object of Arizona's pass rush versus this New England offensive line. One of them has to do something. New England's offensive line is so bad. Arizona's pass rush is so bad. This might move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, let's talk about it. Probably a decent game. Green Bay's going into Seattle
Sunday night.
Sunday.
I'll just come out straight and say it. I took the over 45.5. Okay. Green Bay played 3 pretty good defenses. Detroit, Miami, San Francisco. 31, 30, 38. Come on. That's a lot of points. This is a primetime game. Seattle looks good. Geno looks good. He's throwing the ball deep downfield. Green Bay with Dr. Love. Dr. Love they're just
the Love Doctor.
The Love Doctor. They're just a good team. I feel very comfortable taking over 45.
Yeah, I keep getting burned on these lines. I pick them usually on like Monday or Tuesday. I got it over, but I got it at 46.5. I still think it's kind of the same feel here. The only thing that makes me nervous is Sunday night. Obviously, unders are key here, but I think Green Bay is going to be able to move the ball well. I think Seattle is going to continue to move the ball well. I don't know. What's the status on KW3's injury? I mean, it didn't really seem to matter because Charbonnet had a great game.
It seems like it's I think he's going to get more testing, so we really don't know.
Yeah,
Because he's on like 4 of my fantasy teams.
He's on the DNP list. Do not play list. Do not participate.
Yeah, because they said he has to go get more testing, which is usually not a great sign. But
yeah, but I mean, it didn't really seem to matter. Zach Charbonnet had a hell of a day. So I mean, I think that this is gonna stay there. Seattle's gonna be forced to throw the ball a lot, and so we're gonna just have to hopefully get some points through there.
Yeah. Well, Sean, you got anything?
unfortunately, I do, fellas. I have the under 46.5.
Wow.
Somebody had to take it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, you got to start whenever you do this. The primetime under. I know, like it's not the flashy play, but like the system's there for a reason. It gets inflated because people want to bet the over on the primetime games. And I think the thing that's underrated is that Seattle's pass defense has been their strength on defense the last 4 weeks. I know Green Bay's passing offense has been on fire, but I think that Seattle is a good matchup for that aspect. They're going to try to force Green Bay to run the ball. Green Bay, pretty good running the ball. Obviously, Josh Jacobs is good, but like the EPA numbers, the success rate numbers, they're not through the roof good. And then you make them go on the road to Seattle. Like Luke says, something that I like. He says usually, some teams the home and field advantage matters. Other teams it doesn't. Seattle got to be one of the teams that you put in there that it does matter for sure, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Mike McDonald, defensive minded coach. And then Seattle's offense, it's fine. Let's be honest. They're winning games. They're not blowing me out of the water on offense. Zach Charbonnet had a great game last week. I'm low on him. I'm not a huge fan of his. But I will say he had a good game last week. But it's against Arizona. I know I bet on Arizona, but Arizona's they're letting me down. They're not the team I thought they were. And I didn't think that highly of them, but they still somehow found a way to let me down. So I think that Seattle will be able to slow down Green Bay's passing attack enough. I don't know if Dobbs might not be playing. Maybe he does. Even if he does, he might not be healthy. I know they have so many weapons, and I know Jaden Reed is coming off a goose egg, and he'll probably be motivated to catch a ball. He was in my flex spot. There's your fantasy shout out of the week.
Same.
There's Luke's.
Same.
Yeah. Well,
fun fact, I went 0-4 in my league, and I made the playoffs. So everybody can fuck
Thank
off.
God.
Fantasy team.
That's good.
I started 0-4, finished 6-8, and got the 8 seed.
8 seed.
All right.
Yep.
No, fuck this guy.
Let's move on. We'll move on from that. But yeah, under 46.5, I think Seattle slows down Green Bay's passing attack enough. I think that Seattle's offense will struggle a little bit. But I think that their defense is better than we think. They have a good scheme because of McDonald. The 12th man will be rocking Seattle. Who knows? Maybe it'll rain. Maybe we'll get some weather. Give me the under.
Yeah. Well, let's move into, Monday.
Double
Monday
header.
night.
Monday.
The Bears are in Minnesota facing the Vikings. 6.5. I just feel like both sides are traps.
It's down to 6.
They're getting people to the Bears just had a terrible game. They're going to bounce back. That was their first game with a new coach. Yada yada yada. Then it's going to be the Vikings look awesome. The Bears suck. I think both sides are a trap. I think the field might blow up and we all might lose our money.
Bane.
Yeah, we're going to see Gotham City open.
You didn't
I don't
care
know.
who I was till I put on the mask. I don't have a pick in this game. This game kind of stinks to me.
Man, I wanted to hit the Chicago button so bad. Whenever you get that divisional opponent over 7, or at least it was at 7.5. It got to 7. I was like, now it's at 6.5. That's
Sean, do you find that you think about the Bears more this year because you've been to Chicago more than you have in past years? Do you think in the back of your mind you think more about the Bears now than you did 6 months ago?
Are you asking me if I'm a closeted Bears fan at this point?
No. I just honestly think for me, the Bears kind of didn't exist. They were there. They always were in the NFL, but I didn't think about them ever. It was not like a team. That's like a team if they were on bye, I wouldn't realize that they didn't play.
Yeah. I think that this is also a big year for everyone to realize that the Bears exist, and the Bears also have shown everybody, hey, this is what we do. They just did the same thing that they always do, except now that they have a quarterback that people actually want to watch.
Sometimes.
But yeah,
I was kind of alluding to more or less because Maddie lives there. I didn't know if you thought about.
I know. I'm saying that I think to a degree, yes, but also to a degree, I'm actually interested in see how Caleb does. So,
because I personally feel like I do because I'm like, every time Chicago comes up, I'm like, Maddie lives there.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if Hawk's there this weekend.
Where Maddie is.
Don't worry, Matt.
The one comment we get an episode.
If you
I
want to,
found out that Sam rode the short bus, and it all makes sense.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
anyways,
Come on.
stop. It's a joke, obviously, but the public. This is how they feel. 97% of money is on the money line. 68% is on Vikings spread. 67% is on the over. So mega
sorry,
trap.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have two. There was two recent comments from Maddie
Oh.
that I don't think I ever
Oh,
addressed.
boy.
One was on our Thanksgiving episode where she said, "Of course, Sam doesn't like the ham until it's fried." And then the second one,
Damn.
Keep going.
and then on the College Football Championship Week special, she said, "I actually love cosplaying as a Bengals fan in Chicago because I love being the villain."
Yeah, no, that's very true.
I-
I remember when Astros. Quick story: Astros Phillies World Series game. When did Jordan hit the homer? Game 6.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
we're at a bar in Penn State, and we're with all our friends. They're all Phillies fans, obviously. And my mom is an Astros fan. She loved the jerseys growing up, so she's been an Astros fan forever. So through the bad years, so I had to give it to her when they won all the everything.
Banging on trash cans.
Well. And so we're at this bar, and Jordan hits the homer, and I call my mom, and I'm like, what was it, like 450 or something? I was like, 450 feet, and our friend gets in my face, and she goes, if you say that one more time, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And then Maddie gets up, and she goes, go Altuve. And everyone in the bar just starts staring absolute daggers at her. I think that was the day that she loved doing that, because then when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl and everyone was walking home in State College, she opens the window of my apartment. She goes, "Go Joe Burrow!" Nothing to do with the Bengals, but she was having a blast. She was having a blast.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
But we love you,
Shout out,
Maddie.
Maddie.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
I know you're listening.
Leave us a comment, and
Leave
even
us
if you're
a
not
comment.
Maddie, leave us a comment.
Yeah, if you're not Maddie, you could get featured on here. Leave comments.
Yeah.
We would love to read them.
See, we read all of them.
We do. All one of
You
them.
do.
Moving on though.
Comment Sam loves yams and
Yeah,
The Spadeas love yams.
I hate yam.
Yeah.
Sure. Only if they're fried.
All right. Atlanta is in Las Vegas to play the Raiders. Probably one of the shitter games of the week.
No, it's Jets Jags or shit.
Well, yeah. But the only thing, -4 for the Falcons is the spread, +4 Raiders. The only thing I would lean here is the under. The Raiders can't figure it out on offense. They have nobody behind their offensive line, and the Falcons suck. I see it being a shit game. Either they score 20 combined points, or they're going to score like 55 combined points because they just both have nothing to lose. Like, the Falcons have to win this game, but then the Raiders are just going to be like, hey, we're going to ruin your season for no reason. I have no idea. I would lean under, but I'm not touching.
I have my lock of the week in this game. So
Ugh.
Wow.
This game's gross. For the love of God, it's Penix time. I'm putting it out there. It has been, and I've said it before, but like it has never been more over. Kirk has 0 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions in his last 4 games. How do you throw 0 touchdowns in 4 games?
8 interceptions, right?
Is it 8?
It's 8.
It's 6 or 8. It's
No,
inexplicable.
he averaged 2 a game for the last one. Yeah.
It's inexplicable. I would lean Atlanta in this game, but I don't want to back Kirk right now, man. Just put Penix in.
who's quarterbacking for the Raiders this week?
It's probably Ritter, which is
Yeah.
shout out to UC, I guess. No, actually, fuck UC. Go Xavier.
Could be a revenge spot for Desmond Ritter against the Falcons.
Anyway, shout out Sincere McCormick, by the way. Probably the best running back that the Raiders have played all year, and it took getting everybody hurt for him to get it. But yeah, this game's disgusting. Gross.
Do we want to introduce lock of the weeks first, or we want to introduce dog of the week?
Let me tell the fans first.
Yeah, you can explain.
College football, there's going to be nothing going on this week.
There's 2 games.
Woo! We don't care.
We care about the one.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Our boys at Army are going to go kick the shit out of the Navy.
Hey, don't spoil it.
But we got the script. Army's going to kill them. But we're doing the dog of the week this week for the NFL. It'll be a little more fun because it's a little tougher to beat a professional team than a college team. But I'll go right into my mortal lock. I done did it again. I already said it out loud. Cincinnati -5 is my mortal lock of the week. I just don't see how Tennessee can keep up in this game. I don't care that it's in Tennessee. They just played the worst defense in the league and put up 6 points. That team should just lose out and get a good draft pick. The Bengals, however, have their season on the line. They have to win. They're going to win. Jamar Chase, I mean, if you don't take him for an anytime touchdown, I think you're done. Him and Chase Brown.
Yeah, Burrow got his house robbed. He's pissed off.
He's pissed. He's going to let out some much needed frustration on one of his people that he hired to look after his house.
Hey, keep my quarterback out your mouth.
No, he's goated, bro. Yeah. Good for him, man.
She's
Bengals
good
-5.
looking, so shout out for him. My lock of the week is the under in the Falcons Raiders game. Even if the Falcons decide to score a touchdown, the Raiders are going to move the ball.
Hey, touchdown.
Hey. Yo,
I
can we
don't
do a
know.
no touchdown bet on this game?
Oh,
Ooh.
So the final score is in 0-0. I think I don't know. That'd been more likely in the New Orleans Giants
Are
game.
you dumb? It'd be like 12-9.
You said,
It'd be all field goals.
oh, I don't know.
no field goals allowed.
This game's gonna, dude. 0-0 tie has to be like plus 100,000.
You can look it up.
Has that ever happened in history?
Yeah, probably in like the 40s.
I love it, Luke. I
Luke,
love
you got anything else to say about it?
No, I don't.
All right. Mine is sad. Mine makes me sad. It makes me sad. I have the under 44.5 in the Not So Hot Takes Bowl. I know it's our favorite quarterbacks. Well, my favorite quarterback and you guys' favorite quarterback.
Love Bo Nix.
I love Bo Nix. I've made a lot of money on him this year, but I love Anthony Richardson.
Shout out
like
Bo
he
Nix.
is my son.
Whoa.
No, Anthony. Yeah, he's my
Ooh.
son. I took him under my wing, and we're going straight to the top. But this is a system play. Both teams coming off a bye. That whenever that happens, it's always an under spot because you have more time to gear up for offense and bring a better defensive game plan. It's in Mile High. You don't know how other teams are going to handle that. You don't know what the weather's going to be. It's probably going to be cold. I can tell you that. And then Denver's defense is really good. Denver's off. Last time we saw Denver, they were playing Cleveland, and they get. Isn't that the last game? Yeah, that was their last game. Was that Thursday game where it was like 48 to 36,000 or something? There was a lot of points. That's all.
Close.
That's what I'm trying to say. I think
42-34.
something like that.
Or no,
It was like 40.
Ooh, they just announced Justin Herbert sits out Chargers practice, another practice today.
Oh,
Oh shit.
okay.
I know it's random, but I just got the notey.
Interesting. He'll be fine. But yeah, under in that, it's a system play. Two teams coming off a bye. I got to hit that button. I don't want to. Anthony Richardson, if you put up 45 by yourself, I won't be mad.
Yeah. Well, here's the special dog of the week. I'll tell you right now.
Uh-oh.
You better believe who it is.
Uh-oh.
You better believe it.
I'm scared.
Jameis Winston. I'm pouring honey on him. He's the GOAT. Okay? I'm taking the Browns money line at plus 164. This is the biggest letdown spot of the week, maybe of the year. You've got, a quote unquote on paper, juggernaut team. 11-1 playing the
I don't even know if on paper they're a juggernaut.
No.
Well, record. Looking at record, holy crap, it's best team in the league. They've got 2 games above Steelers and the Bills. Doesn't matter. They're overlooking this game. They are overlooking this game. We're taking the Browns. Jameis is going to have a legacy game. It's good versus evil. This is black voodoo magic versus Jameis Winston and God. Like, I'm not betting against God. I'm sorry. Browns for the win. Taking the money line.
My fun dog of the week is Patriots plus 235 against the Cardinals.
Damn.
I think that this is a fun game, and I think that what's going to happen is Jerick May can come out, mix it up a little bit. Ramondre Stevenson can keep that ball on the ground and run well. They can facilitate that ball through Hunter Henry and keep the ball moving through the air through. I don't even know who their freaking wide receivers are. In all honesty,
Keyshawn Booty.
oh yeah,
General
Something
Booty.
He's
Falk,
booty.
Falk, maybe.
General Booty.
So yeah, but yeah, I got Patriots plus 235. I think it's realistic, and the Cardinals look really ass right now. So
I would go Browns. Obviously, I took them plus 4.5, but Dude, I watched the doink. I watched it happen. They just don't lose, man. Like you can think they're gonna, they're not
It's
gonna.
good versus
But you
evil.
would think the Voodoo Black Magic would run head first on with Jameis would be the quarterback to take down the Voodoo Black Magic. Like that, he would be the
Dude,
good
this
guy.
is the spot.
He has God on his side.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me the Bills, man. Game of the year. Give me the Bills going into Detroit. Plus,
I know we give Sam shit for dog of the weeks, but that's a bad one.
it's plus 125.
I know.
I mean,
You had 2 weeks in a row where you
Hold
took
on.
plus 105.
No.
105.
No,
you had a
no,
plus
105
105 dog of the week,
105
and it
never
lost by
happened.
40.
That never happened.
It lost
It
by
happened
40.
2 times, 3 times.
2.
I'll find it.
It's you took
Shut your
Bama
mouth.
plus 105 against Georgia, and then the next week you took
Shut
Missouri
your
plus
mouth.
105,
Yeah.
and they lost by
Shut your
40
mouth. I got Bama 105. They won,
next week.
and I got and Missouri 105 and lost.
Those are pretty much.
This is the
pick-ems.
NFL. This is the NFL.
No. Like I'm only giving you. I'm only reason I'm saying that is because it's like the closest matchup of the week. I would say, in my opinion. Like,
It's like the
that's the
most
only reason I'm
even.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
plus
tough one.
125.
But I'll let you have it under circumstances. It might be something we have to review for next season.
Yeah, it's.
We'll take it to the board of trustees.
Yeah,
You have to do like some about have to be like 150 or something.
140
or
plus, 150 plus. Yeah.
Look,
something
last
like
week
that.
or the other week, you tried to take a plus 110, and you took back-to-back
Yeah,
105.
and then you guys bitched me out of it.
But this
and
is
then I took a plus
125.
500.
This is 125 in the NFL.
It's fine. I'm
Doesn't
not-
matter. Do you want me to take a different one?
It would be a different. If
Do you want me to take a different one?
No. It's fine, man. Enjoy it, man.
Fuck, it's
fine.
okay,
It's just
man.
the
Don't
Bills are so
cry. It's
good.
fine.
The only reason
They-
they're the underdog is because the Lions are that much better. They're not really an underdog. There's two
No, they're the
juggernauts
underdog
going
because they
in.
just gave up 44 points.
I know, but they're two juggernauts playing each other. It's not really in reality.
Hawk, it's okay. You don't have to get upset. Hawk.
This
It's
is-
fine.
Bull! No, I'm kidding. Give me the Bills.
No, dude, stop. Take the Giants. Come on.
Give me the
It's
Giants plus
900.
$8 billion.
Plus 700.
I saw. I have 900 on FanDuel plus 900.
Oh, I got
think-
700 on draft.
I think it was Ravens minus like 3,000 or something. It was
Ravens are minus 1100 right now.
FanDuel, I'm seeing
1800
plus
on FanDuel.
980.
plus 980 and then minus 1,800 for the Ravens.
Why is DK
It's
so
a clean lay piece. Maybe I'll
think about
maybe
it-
I'll tease the Ravens down to plus minus 10.5.
How bad of an idea would it be to put $100 on the Ravens to win $5.56?
Awful.
I mean, it depends. Do you want to?
It'd be awful.
You're buying what? You're buying You're buying a sandwich for free, half a hoagie,
Yeah, or you just lost.
or you just lost
Yeah,
$100.
that was 100.
There's no way they lose
I'd
to
be-
the Giants.
I'd be willing to put my truck down payment on the Ravens.
Well, what would happen if it's minus 1,000? You put $5,000 on, you win 500.
No,
It's minus 1,800.
you win 50.
No, because at minus 1,000, if you put 1,000 on, you win 100.
If I put my truck
Oh, yeah, you're
down
right.
payment on here, I'm
It'll
not
be
going to say it
500.
out loud. I'm not going to say it out loud, but if I put my truck down payment on this, I would win $416.67.
Zero down payment.
So
yeah.
somebody can do the math.
Well, yeah, we all do now.
That's sick.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can say it out loud, but you don't.
so I mean, we got through it pretty quick this time. Even though we had a lot of games, we tried to keep it short. Sean has the worst dog of the week. It's not really an underdog. It's plus 120. It's soft.
Hopefully, Sam wins more than one game.
Hopefully, I win more than one. This is the week, boys. Always, I'll tell you, gamble responsibly.
Please.
We're doing this for fun. I knew that was a bad week, so I didn't put full units on it. It was a weird slate. I gave my best picks that I still put money on.
Book it with Spuds.
Book, yeah, book it with Speds, actually. But Luke, give us our little shout out here.
Yeah, follow the Twitter at not so hot takes 2 underscores. Follow or subscribe to the YouTube at not so hot takes. It's gonna be 2 S's if you're looking up the @. Directly. Help us out. Our YouTube's actually been doing pretty well. We've been increasing in views every week, so YouTube's been going up. We need to get some more listeners popping out on the Spotify though. But besides that, share it with your friends. All it takes is a little share button. The little share button takes 2 seconds. Give us a like. All the likes, comments help out. Follow us on the Twitter. If we need to create a TikTok, let us know. We'll try to get that going for next year. But
Yeah,
let us know. Get us some feedback.
We'll get it going.
We're coming bigger and better, man. Watch out.
Yeah, we're laying the ground floor this year.
Yeah.
Yep, we're coming
We,
bigger
we
and
would
better.
we would if we had more money if Sam like won any bets, but we're
All
we're
right.
broke because Sam
Yeah.
keeps losing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not only like only one of us are over 50%.
Okay.
all right, jackass.
Buddy's been sitting at 50.8 for like
yeah.
4 weeks.
I
been
know,
breaking even
dude,
every
it's
week.
been a
He's
battle.
breaking even for 6 weeks in a row just to finish it good. But we
No,
do
no,
go by
that is a lie.
we do go by seasons here, so we might be picking up a couple picks. We might have a couple people jump on for anyone who's interested in those winter sports like hockey, basketball. We might have some guests to give us some good takes on there.
Some potential interviews.
Oh yeah, potential interviews. Bo Nix, we love you. But that'd be a nice Christmas present, seeing Bo Nix on the podcast. That'd be amazing.
Shout out the mother-in-law, Mama Smoke. Hope you're listening. We'll hopefully get you on here. Get your son-in-law on here.
Hell yeah, love you, Mama Smoke. But that's it for tonight. Got any closing remarks? Anything?
Closing remarks. Gamble responsibly. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. If you're betting too much money to where you're not enjoying the football, you're not doing it right.
Or you're not putting enough money.
No, that's enjoy the football, man.
Nah, enjoy
Once
it.
again, we're running out. So enjoy it while you can. Maybe drop a little bit of money on Bill's money line and get your friends to yell at you.
Soft. But
All right.
if we don't see you, thanks for listening. Tune in. We'll be back next week.
See ya.